What's good? It's your boy Herb Tutter. Welcome back to the show, The Transition. Today I'm talking about competitive drive. Now, I'm from Chicago, so I've seen a number of superstars rise to a great level. Walter Payton, Michael Jordan, and I was blessed for my parents to take me to see Michael Jackson twice when I was a kid. Now, for me, seeing these guys rise to such a level put me in the mindset of wanting to be just that great. Now, I understand to be that great, you have to put the work in. So my will to win was extremely high to rise above average to great in just that little time. I surpassed good because I wanted to be the best at whatever I went after that time. I'm homicidally competitive, so I want to be great at whatever I'm going after at that moment. And for me, I don't care if I'm liked. I really only care about the respect for my grind. I used to teach a lot of kids, and all they used to talk about was their parents and what they haven't done. Now, mind you, I would tell them all the time after they explained it is that, number one, you're talking out of turn because you're a child and you're in an alternative school, so you're not already doing the one job you were supposed to do, and that was the easy one of going to school and learning. So I don't know who told you that it was okay for you to not do the one job, because if you're not taking a free education right out the gate, I don't know where you feel like you have the room to talk about your mother or your father, and everybody's supposed to be okay with that. But I realize that society is saying that it's okay for kids to sit at the table and talk with adults now. For me, no, it's not that way. I have some kids that love what I'm talking about, and I have some of my personal kids that really don't care for what I've said and how I've done it. I'm like, but here's the thing: I don't care if you like me or dislike me or whatever. Again, respect my grind. When you're grinding the way that I've done, and you've taken the garbage off of the other parent the way I've done. When you can be in that same position, or when you can walk a mile in my shoes, then you talk. Other than that, if I know you haven't walked a mile in my shoes, then I have no respect for what you're trying to say until you actually live something. So when I was teaching, I would tell, kids, listen, until I can see your grind, then I don't understand what your gripe is. You know what I'm saying? And most of their gripes was just because they couldn't get the other parent to let them do whatever they wanted to do. This is a world where you can't just do what you want to do. You got to do what you're supposed to do. And a lot of times that's not being taught today, because all of these kids are explaining that they're great, but great at what? What are you great at? And I think that we're trying to compensate for broken homes, which broken homes didn't just start. Broken homes have always been. So me telling you you're great, I at first you got to figure out great at what, and I think that's what mothers and some fathers have decided, is that they're just going to tell their kids that they're great. And I get it. You love your children and all that stuff, but don't send them out here thinking that everybody's going to love them the exact same way that you love them. Set them up for success instead of failure by telling them that they're great and they really don't have any competitive drive. My dad told me when I was young, if you do it right the first time, you never have to go back. And he was 100% correct. Every time that I went at it half-assed, it failed epically. Every time that I went in and I decided I was going to really do it, it was successful. My mother said when I was young, close doors before you open others. And that advice, along with my father's, made sure that I stayed focused on what I was supposed to stay focused on. To me, I love being on track with the best, because it makes me actually rise. It makes me rise to a certain level and raise my game. I approach every original, every feature that I'm on a song with, every remix that I'm on, the same way, to the best if I can be the best on that song. I want to be the best all the time. That's not being taught today. We're not getting a whole lot of people to want to give the best because mediocrity is the new. You know what I'm saying? And if we were taught to be mediocre, there wouldn't even be a lane right now. So we got to get back to pushing our kids to give a lot more than what they're doing, and that competitive drive is only mimicked by what they see. You know, if I don't believe that I'm great, then you won't believe that I'm great. But I gotta show that. I mean, look at Michael Jordan. He didn't start selling them shoes until he actually got out there bald. Kobe, God rest his soul, bald. You know, I'm talking about people that will push the envelope. I'm not just going to be average or really do good one game. I'm going to be great every time I hit that court. And that's how I feel about myself. My competitive drive is so large that every time I decide to record a song or write a song, I'm trying to be the best. I'm trying to murk everybody that's on that song. That's what you're supposed to do if you're going to get people to be your fans. Give the best. So, again, this segment, competitive drive. If you have no idea of being 100% competitive all the time, then don't tell anybody that you're a basketball player, a rapper, a postman, or whatever you're saying that you're going to be if you're not going to give 100% to it. You know? Get your competitive drive up. That's how this works, man. I'm going to tell you, my work ethic eliminates fear. And trust me, when you see this, when you get a chance to hear this new CD, I Am Who I Say I Am, Part 1, the light side, you'll see I'm raising my game every album. And that's what I'm supposed to be doing. It's your boy Herb Dot. Listen, you don't know me now? Go YouTube, Herb.S, ooh la la. Herb.S, friends and foe, you'll catch my brother's snippet video behind it. Ain't no fun. His CD has been released since December. Already over 126,000 streams. Merkin. His clothing line, Block Movement Entertainment, is coming March 7th, right there at the performance. Mine will be there as well, and my CD will be there. I Am Who I Say I Am, Part 1, the light side. We're opening up for E40, Too Short and Mac 10, March 7th at the Knitting Factory. Come out and see your boys. But come on out and get some of that, some of the material and the new clothing lines. Listen, do something for somebody else. Trust me, it'll give you a chance to figure out where you're supposed to be. Holla at your boy, man.